Alright, it's Sunday, so perfect time for a weekly run, with only a few hours left before this weekly is gone forever. And I had a few games on this and was getting pretty irritated by the fact that I was facing Woodpecker like 5 times in a row. It seems like a lot of people are trying to force Woodpecker, even if they're buying it, level 1 on turn 9 or 10. Yeah, probably a bit late if you're doing that. But it is very good in this weekly because there are a lot of tools to enable it. There's Kraken, there's Wolverine, there's Pineapple. And luckily for me, though, there is Ghost Kitten. And I decided that having been irritated by those Woodpecker teams, I was going to try and put some double Ghost Kitten teams into the pool and at least frustrate one or two of my opponents as well. So yeah, you can see there the Ghost Kitten takes 0 damage from the Mosquito. Mosquito, actually, a lot of people are playing that as well because you can power it up quite a bit with Wolverine. And with the Kraken health reduction, it actually can be quite effective. So we've got the triple snail going. We need to get as much HP onto the Ghost Kitten as possible. I should have actually frozen the Parrot there. There were a few runs where I realised, you can just put Parrot behind Ghost Kitten. But for whatever reason, I hadn't worked out at this stage. And so I also really just like the the way it looks when you have two of the same pet, rather than just having a parrot copying it. So yeah, the fish here is getting a bit on the large side. It's going to be difficult to get rid of it. But I do just want to sell it as soon as I find a Ghost Kitten. As you can see, what happens, another Mosquito. And they've got Parrot copying Mosquito, which is kind of funny. The Ghost Kitten takes 0 damage. But of course, level 1 Ghost Kitten with Garlic is only going to work for so long because with the Wolverine damage boost, it can actually, hurt the Ghost Kitten through the ability. Once you get to, like level 3 Wolverine and Woodpecker with Pineapple. So the way Woodpecker works is that damage per shot doesn't go up as you level, it's just the number of hits. So if it was just Woodpecker by itself, you wouldn't necessarily have to level up the Ghost Kitten. But because there's Wolverine as well, we're going to have to invest quite a lot in our tier 2 units. Now there is a chicken there. You could do 50-50 shop with whale and chicken, I think. I didn't really see many people doing that. But because there's vulture, you can see it in the shop there, I'm going to take this red dragon. And hopefully that will counter a couple of other teams that the Ghost Kittens aren't going to work against. Another Woodpecker does 0 damage. You love to see it. Falcon is quite dangerous as well. It just depends. I think in this situation they just don't have enough health on it. But yeah, I did lose a fair few times to non-Woodpecker teams. So we get the monkey here. You basically have to take monkey, baboon, what's the other one? Orangutans in there as well. The problem obviously with baboon is you have a very small window in order to actually buff your Ghost Kittens. I think here I was considering the orangutan, but I changed my mind. There is rootling as well, and I think maybe the bonus clip at the end will involve rootling as we face another Woodpecker, which doesn't do any damage to the level 2 Ghost Kitten, but you can see it did hurt the one behind it, so it would be nice to level that one up as well. But yeah, we need the Ghost Kittens to gain some health so that, yes, they can tank a bunch of shots from the Woodpecker, but if they don't have enough health, they're not going to be able to KO any units on the opposing side and actually get the win. So here's a Leviathan. Luckily, it's only level 1, although maybe we're going to lose anyway. Okay, I think we're going to be fine, yeah. Just barely. But there are a lot of teams that are getting early Leviathan. The issue with Leviathan is that it gives you a free level up every turn as well. So you can very rapidly get the level 3. If you just combine the fish together and then you get another Leviathan, it's just going to accelerate. And I faced someone who had level 3 Leviathan on turn 11, which is pretty unpleasant. So here's an example. Here's someone with a level 1 Woodpecker with Pineapple on turn 11. Maybe they just got really unlucky and didn't find any other Woodpeckers or chocolates. But the other reason we need to stat up the Ghost Kittens is because we know we're going to be losing a lot of health from Kraken. Now, I take the piranha here. Ideally, I would have liked to have just had ghost kittens at the front. But because we invested heavily in the health with the snails, our attack is sorely lacking. And I don't want to replace the garlic with steak. I'd much rather just tank as much damage as possible. So we're going to win here. And the more health that goes onto the piranha from the monkey, the more hits the piranha is going to survive from Woodpecker Wolverine. And we're going to power up quite significantly based on that. I think there are some turns here where the Woodpecker just instant kills the piranha, but we're going to gain a lot of attack. So now we're gaining +6 attack for every time the piranha is hurt. And that really improves the Ghost Kitten stat line quite drastically. We're just going to go for level 3 Red Dragon. And I think I'm going to go for Ghost Kitten as well, just because. You know, the stats on them, like 9, 16, 12, 25, it's not very good for turn 14. But there are a lot of teams that do have, one big unit, like this one that had invested everything into a boar, I think it was. So 9 wins. All we would like on this final turn is to face a Woodpecker team, and the run will be complete. And yeah, we'll just freeze up piranhas and maybe another stake for the Red Dragon. And it is level 3 Woodpecker, level 3 Wolverine. They actually have a Ghost Kitten of their own, but they turned their back on it. And it's going to cost them... Actually, I guess it's an asynchronous game, so it didn't make any difference to them at all. But it did work out quite nicely for me. I actually did have a run where I had the double Ghost Kitten at the front, and I didn't have the piranha, and I did win, but I must have deleted it by accident. But here's a funny clip. Okay, it's not rootling in this one, but we get matched with a similar team. The Ghost Kittens are going to tank a bunch of damage. One of them does die to the mosquito, but then we're running Whale Boar for Rev GT, and the boar comes back and sweeps the rest of their squad.